Good afternoon.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Great. Before we get started in this counseling session, we're going to be practicing the REBT method, also known as the Rational Emotive Behavioral Therapy. This therapy, as we claim, is to generally figure out a rational and self-defeating behavior to get all worked up about someone else's behavior. Within REBT, it's a specific method that is followed. It's called the ABC method. A, activating events. B, irrational beliefs, or IB. And C, consequences. So throughout this session, I want to be practicing REBT with my client, Ebony. So without further ado, we will now begin. So what brings you in today?
Just the same stuff we've been talking about since our last session. You know, my feelings about my boyfriend cheating and, you know, how it makes me feel.
Okay, so how does it make you feel?
Frustrated and stressed out and angry.
Okay, so within REBT, as I said before, we practice with the ABC method. And A will be identified as your boyfriend because it's obviously the activating of your feelings. And C is the consequences. You say you feel frustrated, stressful, painful, and everything. So go on and talk about T. What about him that makes you feel so stressful and painful?
Well, I mean, he just doesn't understand, you know, why I feel the way I feel. He feels like I should just get over, you know, how I'm feeling overnight. And he claims that, you know, he's not cheating or anything now, but when he's gone and he tells me he's out playing basketball or going to school or just whatever, like, I just always feel like there's stuff that he's not telling me, and, you know, and I feel like he's not always doing what he says he's doing.
And why do you don't think he's doing what he says he's doing?
I mean, just because he has cheated several times in the past, and, you know, so it's just hard to just trust what he says. I mean, because when he was cheating, he told me he was doing something else and playing basketball or something when he was having sex with somebody else, so, you know.
Why do you think he's cheating?
I don't necessarily think he's cheating now, but my mind still just, you know, I'm just always on eggshells.
So what's your mind telling you? Why?
I mean, I just feel on eggshells, you know. It's just like the unsure. I'm just not sure.
Why do you think you're unsure? Is it because of cheating, or?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think that just, you know, just men in general is just cheating, or just like?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it just seems like it's something that men do. Like, it's, you know.
Men do. Okay, well, it sounds like to me, you know, there's a middleman here. You said that, you know, men are typically, you think they're just cheaters or dogs or things like that. So that, in its perspective, is an irrational, you know, consensus of, you know. So before I just want to get into that. I want you to close your eyes and visualize that you and, what's your boyfriend's name, sorry? Bob. Okay. You and Bob are actually having a physical conversation with one another. You can be him. Just have this conversation. Just talk a little bit.
That can be nice.
It's okay.
Well, I just want you to know, that I love you and, you know, here for you. I love you too, girl, you know. Yeah, but I just, it just hurts my feelings from, that you have cheated. Girl, we already talked about this. Why are you still bringing this up? I mean, because it just still really hurts my feelings, and I feel that, when you're telling me you're going out, to play basketball or go to school or whatever, work, whatever you say you're doing, it just still hurts my feelings, and it just makes me feel like I'm on eggshells. What are you on eggshells for? It makes me feel like I'm on eggshells because, I don't know if you're really doing what you say you're doing. well, I mean, what else you want me to do? I've told you where I'm going. I always, I mean, what do you want to do? You want to come with me everywhere? Because you can't come with me everywhere. I mean, I just don't know what to do. You need to do something to make me stop feeling this way. Well, I love you, girl. I mean, there ain't nothing else I can do. You just need to get over it. He always just says, get over it, like it's just, easy. And I think he thinks it's easy because he's never felt this for me. I've never cheated on him. I never did nothing like that. So it's easy for him to say that.
So why do you think he cheated on you? No, why do you think he cheated on you?
Because he's a man.
So what in your mind brought you to the point that just because they're men that they cheat?
I mean, it's just my experience with him. I mean, every relationship I've been in, the guy seems to cheat. I mean, and then I guess growing up too, like my dad always cheated on my mom. Like, she just stayed and she just tried to work it out, and he would cheat again and she stayed and tried to work it out, and then I don't know, like, and she said she loved him, he said he loved her. I don't see how you can really love somebody and you still cheat on them, but she just always stayed and worked it out. So that's what I'm supposed to do, is just stay and work it out, because I love Bob and he says he loves me.
Interesting. And the reason why it's interesting because you talked about your parents' relationship.
It's just so hard to talk about.
Yeah, I bet it is. But I think we have found an irrational, belief in why. It seems to me that you had experience with your parents' relationships, and you had experience with your father, cheating on your mother, which not only impacted your mother, but also impacted you yourself. And this maybe, possibly has an effect on you just in your relationships now.
Maybe so.
And it's okay to feel that way. It really is. It's truly okay. But so let me ask you: Do you want to be? Do you want to be like this? Do you want to be?
I want to just be happy and not stressed, and just want to be loved. I just love Bob. I just don't understand why he just doesn't love me. Why he just can't, be like me, how I am with him. Why can't he just love me the way he's out?
And maybe he does, but I think the primary problem may be is the fact that you could possibly be holding back some love due to,
I mean, I am now. I gave all I had, and then he just cheated. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like I feel like some parts of me were just taken away.
And do you ever think that it's rational back to your father?
I don't know. I never thought of it.
Do you have a close relationship with your father?
Not really. Me and him never really got along.
Okay. So, you think by talking to him?
I don't know. Talking? Why would I talk to him? That doesn't...
Well, talking to him to understand the history of why, he did something, such a thing to your mom, or just why. This is getting a common understanding. So you won't have a rationale that men are just cheaters, or you won't rationale that, oh, I can't do this because, you're just holding back. You should be free. You should be...
Well, I mean, I guess it's something that I can think about.
Okay.
I'm not saying yes, but
That's a start.
I can think about it. Him and I never really liked him for real, but saying no.
And Ebony, I believe this will be a breaking stone with it, not only on you, but also in future relationships that you to come. Having a conversation with your father, and you know, talking about this act. But
I'll think about it.
okay. All right, Ebony. Look like our time is up for this session. Thank you, and I will see you next week.